If you're just getting here, you missed us talking about
news
expansion, additional,
and not thermal expansion,
additional channels.
I have a question for you. So I saw you posted a poll today.
Yeah.
Ooh, how did that go?
What's with the question?
Wow,
I don't
15
know, Alex,
on C?
Am I allowed to reveal it or not?
A lot of times there's people who will go there, like crafters, who will say, hey, can you cut it down for me? And they have some scraps too, just so you can mess around on.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Laser Source Podcast. It's Alex and Kyle here, coming at you with a fresh new edition of your favorite laser show. What's up, Kyle?
What up, what up? Just hanging out, man.
Yeah, your workspace looks clearer than usual. Did you move some things?
I did. It's some stuff in the works.
Nice. I like it.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever get that special package you were waiting for?
No.
Oh.
It never arrived.
That's not good.
Should probably send an email.
Do you have tracking on it?
Nope, they misspelled my name.
Ooh.
So I never got an automated shipping notification.
Yikes. Yeah, it's pretty empty here too. I finished the shop today. I have like 5 or 6 things, like hand countable things on a desk that need to go away in the like blanks drawers, you know? But that's it. The rest of the shop is empty. All of the lasers are cleaned off. You can walk everywhere. You can see the floors.
That feels good, I bet.
Yeah, it's very, very nice. And one of the last things I have to do, I opened the Ranger and forgot that I stashed all of my Galvo laser focal sticks underneath the honeycomb bed.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't get lost while we were moving around. So I have from one of the members, I don't remember who it was, and I feel like for not knowing, but they're basically like little brackets that you can screw into like the wall, and then you can slot your focal sticks in. I have those.
Hello there, Miss Lady.
Hello. You're late, but still great.
I know, late but still great. Jesus, dude, I swear.
He's fantastic.
I have a bunch of those. I have a bunch of focal sticks, so I want to drill them into something somewhere. So I have them. That's literally it. Those last 2 things.
Are you talking about what's left to do at the shop?
Yeah, which is basically nothing. There's basically nothing left to do at the shop. So
that's awesome. You want to come set up mine for me?
No, I'm done.
I'll give you
I'm done
$5.
setting things up. I did this whole room. I did the shop. I had to clear out and repair our old apartment, and I'm just like, I'm done. I don't want to do anything anymore.
So I'm gonna say it one more time. $5.
It's a stiff deal, but no.
Oh, it'll be. Never mind. Sorry, I'll leave that one lying limp.
So yeah, I'm beat because I've been at the shop all day. I stopped streaming it because it was getting to the point where like big changes weren't happening anymore. It was just like
a lot of back and forth.
All right, guys, I just drank this trash or drink, and now it's trash.
Yeah, yeah, basically. I mean, like each of the Galvo lasers, like on the bed, had like a pile of just miscellaneous things, like quarter sized or smaller, that needed to be put somewhere. They needed like a home, and sorting through that was not super entertaining. It was a real drag. So I just did it, but I'm done, which is nice. Vince says you need to offer me at least $6. And he's correct.
Listen, in this economy, 5 is what we got.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know, I'm gonna quiet quit and
the
not
LMA.
work.
The LMA has gone up to $9 a month, so that I can offer Alex $6.
I am a millennial, and I will not work for less than $100 an hour.
Okay,
yeah.
I am too. Actually, if you, I'm like the very first year of millennial, I think.
First millennial year.
I'm the elder millennial.
I'm like the last one. So
yeah, you're just asshole.
Yeah, that's also true. Anthony's asking if everybody's still sleeping off the 4th. This place is a graveyard. Yeah, welcome. This is a graveyard.
My guess is everybody's on vacation.
I was just telling Kyle we probably should have just canceled it this week.
Yeah, people got questions though. It's a good place to hang out. I haven't seen you guys because we've all been working on our separate projects.
I just told Kyle right before we started. I was like, I don't know what this is, but here it is.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, we can cut it early if we want to cut it
Alex
early.
Like, hey guys, welcome. He's like, hey guys.
Yeah, what's up?
What's
I cleaned all day.
And now he's sneezing.
Yeah, that's the dust. That's probably like
the dust, bro.
Acrylic powder.
Messing me up.
Alex was he played first person vacuum today.
I did. First person, it's my favorite game, dude. No, you know what? Instead of vacuuming, I see it. I'm jealous. Instead of vacuuming, I took the data vac. I just blew all of the dirt, like a leaf blower. I
just for fun, I did 8 hours of blowing today.
I blew it into a corner, and I was like, "That's where that's going."
I paid my kid $5 to clean the whole garage. So Evelyn was out here with like my giant 8-gallon shop vac. Just going to town, and she literally was like, "Dad, my back hurts," and I was like, "Yeah, that's pain." Or was it? Oh, what did I tell her? I said pain is like sadness leaving the body or something like that, and she was just like,
"Oh my god,
okay." I was like, "See,
she'd be like, that's what it feels like to carry the weight of this family."
That's why I told her. I said, "Now that's what it feels like to make $5." And I'm like, "Daddy makes this much per hour," and she's like, "Oh." I was like, that means it's way more. And she's like, that's way harder. I was like, yes. Like, so whatever. She believes now that I work hard. So what an idiot.
It's sucker.
Yeah. What a dope. Whatever. She got her pack of Pokemon's cards. So she was just like, she got her fix.
Yeah.
And then we found out they're going to start doing Tuesday night Pokemon battle training.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. So
interesting.
Cade doesn't know how to read the cards, but he knows that this one means draw 3 cards, and he's just like, yeah.
Ep finalized folder populated itself with another Pokemon episode.
Oh, I saw it last night. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Not with the kids, just me.
From Drive, like you watched it out of Google Drive.
Yeah, because I was looking for one of the finalized episodes that Kyle and I made, and I was like, what's this little PK I'm in?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I took a Pokemon.
Yeah, that'll go up on Pokemon Archivist. I was going to pull it up really quick. So you guys who are watching this live will get to see it. Nobody else will get to see it. And Michael is going to edit out every time I say because I'm not really ready to talk about it yet, but you guys are here, and I appreciate you. So I want to share with you guys some insider information.
You get some sneak preview.
Insider information.
Speaking of sneak previews, this is my dinner right here. I got a burrito for dinner.
That's not a sneak preview.
It is a sneak preview.
It's a sneak preview to the shit he's going to take in about 3 hours.
I don't think that means what you think what you think it means.
Shh, it's fine.
Hey guys, one guess what this will be later tonight.
I treated myself with a chicken al pastor burrito.
All right, that sounds yummy. We don't normally get to eat on a live because everybody has like 75 questions, so this is kind of nice.
All right, so here's
it was a rough day for me. So
here's the logo I was referencing. So there it is. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I added this too. I was thinking like levels it out a little bit because triangles do weird things in circles. I don't know if you have ever thought about that, but like, so if I open it in Photoshop really quick, so when you put the logo in a circle, it like the triangle is like really low. So basically this one point is at the bottom, and then these 2 points are kind of like 2/3 of the way up, and so it leaves all this empty space up here. And even though the triangle is center, it doesn't look center. So I added the blue lines so that when it would be in a circular profile picture, it'll appear as a circle.
That's smart. Yeah.
That's kind of what I was like going, so that it looked a little more even, and it kind of represents like the going in, just like it all kind of came together. And most importantly, I think it looks pretty good next to the original Laser Everything logo. Like they look like they kind of belong. Yeah, cousins. So that's what I was going for. And then of course, this wouldn't be complete without the text logo, which I drew up.
I like
the other day. Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? Instead of LE, it's I like it. I can see it working. I can see it like on this t-shirt. So yeah, that's a little sneak preview. If you're here, then you saw it. And if you're not, then you're confused about what we're talking about because Michael is censoring it. But you'll get updates soon if you're listening to this after the fact.
Well, and the good news is, like, if you are someone who's into that kind of stuff, I know we've got some interesting projects already starting. I have mine here, which is that's actually, it's so much fun to watch. I'm not going to lie. Like, watching it go is pretty slick. Yeah,
Kyle's got something on the way. He's not ready to talk about it yet, but...
Yeah, I'm not trying to give away secrets.
He has something on the way, and I've... Which, I don't know, I've like, asked people, I'm like, is this good? Like, I don't really know if this is good. And they're like, yeah, it's good. And I'm like, okay, because I don't really know anything about it. So, I have a lot to learn. And then Michael's been busy. Michael's actually, like, been making a little content, which is not something I expected, but, you know, there we go.
A couple of cool shorts so far.
Yeah, because he's got, like, 3 of them. So
I'm excited to see how that goes because I feel like every time I look places, that's something that people are looking for.
yeah, well,
And it's such a accessible item to have in your shop because I mean, like for $1,000 you can get top of the line. Well, like $1,500 you can get top of the line.
Yeah,
and like delivered to you in a week.
And it's really complementary to what we're doing now. Like they work really, really well together. So I think it makes a lot of sense.
Especially as UV lasers are becoming more of a thing that people are having in their shops too, because is UV laserable because it looks really nice white. I think you can get I've seen people get black on it or like dark gray black. The coolest thing I've seen are like control covers, like Xbox covers. I've seen people do stuff for like lenses. I know Willie Sims used his his laser to cut like a lens holder that he tagged you in earlier. But I've seen people do all kinds of stuff like trays for their pull-out drawers on their workshops. It's pretty dope.
If you're just getting here, you missed us talking about
news
expansion, additional,
and not thermal expansion,
additional channels. We have some big plans, so we're excited about it.
Some people might call them huge.
I'm ready for my Tormach now.
Huge.
I had a long day, man. Yeah, I had a long day.
Dude. I'm sure you did.
I started off this morning with the kids by myself, right?
Love that.
Because my wife was like, I got to go shopping, so here. And I'm like, okay. So we did like some crazy fun stuff. Like we did like cosmic yoga, which was fun. Yeah, like
sounds
YouTube.
like a real thing.
It is. It's on YouTube, dude. This lady is dope. She gets your kids to sit on their mats and do their yoga while you're just like, okay, daddy's going to have coffee. And yeah, my daughter looks back. She's like, are you yogaing? I'm like, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And then we did that. Then as soon as my wife got back, I started working on that order that I had. So I did 30 more glasses. I did 30, I think it was like 30 different tumblers. I did the cigar holders, what else did I do? I don't know. It was like, it was a bunch of and it's all done. I got it all boxed up. It's ready to go. And that took most of the day, intermittently being dad and husband and son. And my neighbor came back from, like, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
So I literally got done lasering stuff in time to have dinner. Had dinner, talked to my friend who's coming down next week from Colorado, and then like ran to get this at the store, which is why I was 2 minutes late. But I'm dying. So.
Yeah. I mean, aren't we all?
Well, I mean, yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm dying. Yes, that is the cost of life. Vince just asked, is Alex okay?
Yeah,
Not
I'm
really.
fine. You guys will see. I don't know. Maybe I'll do like a tour or something. If you go look at just the last couple live streams that have been up on the channel, I've just been rebuilding the shop. You'll notice like the Odyssey is gone. I don't have any lasers behind me. I've been like renovating the shop. Found out in October, late September, early October, we're going to be able to double our square footage there. And we're going to build some like studio sets for recurring shows, reviews, things like that can take place on a set. We're actually going to build some sets, like permanent sets with that new space. So I've just been like literally the last 12 months that I've been working from home, essentially. I'm sure you guys have noticed that I've been working from home. The shop has been just a disaster. I mean, like, it literally looks like a bomb went off. There's just like stuff that we were storing from home all over the floor, thrown on like the chairs and the tables, and like the lasers weren't there. And then when we did move them back, because we paid the movers like 2 months ago, I think, now to bring all of the lasers back to the shop, they just kind of dumped them on the desks. And, like there's no cables, there's no organization, there's nothing's hooked up to air, nothing's hooked up to exhaust, nothing's hooked up to chillers. And there's just like stuff everywhere. I mean, like literally everywhere. You were walking through aisles with stuff piled like chest high in order to get from one side of the room to the other. I'm not exaggerating.
I just feel like you're reliving your trauma right now.
Dude, it's for real. And so like getting that done was like a really big step to getting back to making content. And yesterday I was super stoked because we got to upload that slow-mo video. That was the first thing that I'd shot in kind of like the renoed shop. And we're going to be doing a lot more stuff like that now because the space is clear. You can move around it and exist in it again. All of the lasers are clear. Everything's kind of ready to go at this point.
There's so much room for activities.
Yeah, dude. I did the last little bit today. And it's really nice, but also like I want to go to bed. So So, you know, I'm fine. I'm okay. There's nothing wrong with me. I've just been busting my ass all day.
All right, I've got a good question for you. Nobody else says anything. My question is, I have to ship glass. I've never shipped glasses before, and I've got it in a box. So JDS, when you buy boxes from them of pint glasses, they come in a box, and it's literally just a single box with little like doodads in between the glasses, which is actually pretty sweet, and it makes like a little honeycomb.
Yeah, I know the doodads.
Yeah. So it's, I mean, it's got some structural stability to it, which is solid, but I've also got to put it inside of another box because I have 2 boxes of glass. So if anybody out here, or Alex, if you guys have ever shipped glass, my thought is it came to me from across the state, box on top of box, and then off to the side was another box of stuff that was keeping it wedged from moving, really. So that's my thought, is less mobility equals higher stability.
How many of these are you shipping?
60 total, right? Or 50.
Glasses.
Yeah.
That's a lot of glasses.
Oh, yeah. Jack said, gotta have the doodads.
My vote is paper. I think paper is the way to go. Crinkled paper does a really good job with
Absorption.
impact resistance. And you could just crinkle it up and stuff it between the doodads, and it's gonna compress when the box is dropped, you know. And then anything you can do to
compress without breaking anything that's wrapped.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
what I did was between the 2 boxes, like I put some on top of the glasses, and then I closed the boxes, right? So that's box 1. Then in between box 1 and 2, I put more.
Is the only thing between the individual glasses the doodads?
The doodads.
That's rough, dude. There's probably gonna be a couple broken ones. Not gonna lie.
That's all right. I'll send them more. They cost $1 a piece.
You're a doodad, Matt.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, I
'Cause you're
doodad
dadding
daily.
you, and
I
you
doodad daily. Yeah.
You do the dadding.
Yeah.
If they're close enough to
doodad.
deliver themselves. Yeah, unfortunately, Vince, they are in North Carolina, and I am in Tampa, Florida. So, or close enough.
Hey,
so
dude, that's halfway here, dude. You could drop them off and just swing up.
Yeah, but that's why I'm going to the beach for a week next week. So,
Oh my God, what?
it's going to be interesting. I already told you, I said I'll take a laptop. I'll literally be on the
Douchebag.
seashore.
Put in a time off request.
Oh, okay, let me do that real quick.
Yeah. I was
Get a thumbs
not
up on that.
expecting that. Actually, that surprised me. That's a good one.
What, me actually taking a break?
No, you actually giving me the finger. I didn't see that coming as the punchline to that joke.
So, anyways, I've got those going on, but then everything else is going in its own separate box. Like, I figure I've got the, like, I'm going to put glass everywhere on it. Like, I have stickers that I stole from USPS, or they kind of just gave them to me, but it makes me sound more rad.
Tape a picture of a sad-looking kitten on the outside of the box and say, "I'm glass. Please
For
don't
every
shatter
glass
me."
that breaks, each one of these kittens will die.
I can send you a photo of a sad kitten because we rescued one.
Oh,
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Like, Noah's Ark over here.
Andrew Faulkner's in chat saying, I have a question that I should probably know, but I'm tired. Do different lens sizes typically require different timing settings? Been redoing my timing because my settings got nuked. We cover this exact question, actually, in the timing and delay episode of the show. So if you haven't watched it, I would go watch that. But I'm assuming you have watched that. Generally, no. While timing and delay does vary from lens to lens, it's pretty insignificant. The more important thing is going to be your mirror speeds. So anything over like 2,000 millimeters a second, I would be probably recalculating timing and delay. If you're under 2,000 millimeters a second, they can probably all use one, but over that, you know, and again, you can set in EasyCAD, every setting has its own delay. And in Lightburn, it has a global and you can override it. So for settings over 2,000 millimeters a second, I would check the override. Again, that's very like general. This is a generalization. It kind of depends, but that's the short answer, I guess. There's a long answer too, but
I was going to say the long answer is in the video, like where it shows you.
Yeah, I mean, even more so than that, like, so one of the things that David Olson pointed out on the recent slow-mo video that we just uploaded is that the speeds that you set in software are like calculated speeds. They're not actually the speed of the mirror, right? So if you set a mirror to move at 5 speed, right? Just 5 speed, we're just 5 speed units.
Yeah.
On a 50 millimeter lens, that's going to be a certain distance per second. And on a 300 millimeter lens, that's going to be a much further distance per second. And
You're projecting
EasyCAD,
at a further distance.
yeah, EasyCAD and Lightburn do that math for you so you don't see it, or the controller does. So you don't see it, but that does affect things like timing and delay, and that's why it's not as simple of an answer as I gave, and it's even more complicated than we get into in the timing and delay episode. But my point is, on average, between lenses, around 2,000 millimeters a second is kind of the sweet spot. So if you go above that, I would probably be looking at it again. If you stay under it, you can probably use your, I'm going to use air quotes here because I don't know what software you're in, global default setting, and it should be fine. Sorry,
I was gonna say
longer
the
than I
really
wanted
long,
it to be.
the really long answer is when you can watch me and Kyle do timings live.
Yeah.
I think that was like a 3.5 hour live stream that we did.
I'm going
That
to
was fun.
definitely cover some topics we've covered on the channel again with the assistance of the Chronos, because I feel like just being able to see those things. I mean, like, one of the oldest video ideas we had for Laser Everything that Geo was going to do, like way back in the day, that we can actually do now is like when your speed is set to like 20 millimeters a second, like really slow, the pulses of the laser are all condensed because the mirror hasn't moved that far between each pulse. But when you set it to like 1,000 millimeters per second, the pulses are spread out and sometimes aren't even touching. So there's like a whole bunch of stuff going on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know about, and I want to start cracking into those and like showing it, because it's really hard to kind of wrap your head around the mental picture of it conceptually, but like when you can see it happening in front of you, it makes a lot of sense.
Well, that was like in the video where you change the pulse width even made like a big difference.
We're definitely going to be able to see a lot more, not only cool stuff, but just like really informational things with that new camera. Be
Scientific.
able to actually, yeah, really
Yeah, I just bought another I bought a macro lens for it because
nice.
the one that I got, like, it has to be like 7 feet away to focus at all. Like, the minimum focusing distance is ridiculous. I don't know if I have the lens mount on wrong. It could totally be that. I'm not used to like CS mount. Again, they're threaded mounts. You know, it's not like a bayonet. I don't know where this like stopping point is, and it's like it's a whole bunch of stuff. I'm still learning about it. So
normally lenses will have markers on them to show where the alignment is, but again, with that type of lens, I have no idea, because I've never, all of mine have been a lock mount. It hasn't been a screw.
Yeah, it's very, very odd, and I'm learning for the first time a lot of this.
My favorite part is Alex is a super smart guy, but the day he got the Chronos, he was like, I'm not understanding why this bullshit's not working. And then I was like, did you read the instructions on this scientific machine? He's like, I don't need instructions. Hold on a second. All right, it works. And then he was like, okay, that makes sense, actually.
I feel like that's going to be me trying to teach him how to use the Odyssey setup.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I have
I'm just going to stand there and look
fair idea how that works already. We'll see.
I have a question for you. So I saw you posted a poll today.
Oh, how did that go?
What's with the question?
Wow, 15 on C? I can't believe... Am I
allowed to reveal it or not?
You're so effed. Yeah, I guess we've talked a ton about already today. So wait. Earlier in the episode, I made a note about how you need to edit out us talking about for the release of this episode. Now we've just gone so far over the edge that it doesn't matter, so you can disregard that note.
So if you guys look right back there to these 3 printers, I as I've said, tactically acquired these from one of my friends, and let's just say they're a mess. And I'm basically creating a series. We're creating a new channel dedicated just towards 3D printing.
I was showing the artwork for that earlier.
Nice.
Yep.
And the first series to go up there is my series on fixing them and getting them to somewhat work, be operational. So I've only done a little bit of print work with like Benjis and stuff on one of them. And I mean, like, I've dialed in one a little bit, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just changing numbers randomly. So I'm literally going from knowing nothing about these things to trying to figure out the whole thing, how to repair them, how to get them working from a state of disarray and just overall the do's and don'ts of 3D printing, and I will document my entire journey from there. But that question poll right there is deciding on which one we do first. Now, the video isn't out yet, but I've named all of these A, B, and C.
For whatever reason.
The top one is... So the bottom one is A, the middle one is B, and the top one is C.
Yeah, it was A,
right now,
A for acceptable,
A
B for
acceptable.
Barely working, and C for what?
Come on.
Come on, I thought you were a 3D printer, not a stupid piece of... it's made some messy prints that...
Yeah, the fact that everybody picked
well.
C made me laugh today. I was like eating lunch. I was like,
Sam is asking really quick, any update on ordering the ultrasonic cleaner? Apologies if this was asked earlier. I just tuned in and I don't have rewind on YouTube. I am pressing the order button now.
Also, a good question about hoses from Dr. Asis. So it says, hey, Alex, my hose came off my water valve thingy on my Omtech CO2. I saw your video where yours dumped 2 gallons of water on your floor, and I've ordered those hose clamps, but I can't get the hose to stay on with a metal hose clamp. Jack in the shop and I think Vince both said, or John said, to cut off a 1/4 inch, but they said even a 1/4 inch of the tube. But even doing that, no matter how tight they get the metal hose clamp, the hose keeps slipping off/out.
Replace the hose. Get new silicone.
Yeah, and that's what Jack is just saying too. So Dr. A said, even got a new clamp, hose keeps slipping off the water valve nipple. And that's where Jack said, wrap some pipe tape on the nipple and then slide the hose on it first.
Yeah, good old plumber's tape does miracles too.
It's good stuff.
Very true.
Look at these guys taking care of each other in chat.
Yep, that is. Those are all good suggestions. Can I just voice my disappointment with the fact that nobody has added any settings to the CO2 community parameter library except for me? I'm the only one.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress by me.
I was working on other stuff today.
I'm the only one.
I saw the message from you.
Freaking Boyce. What was his excuse? He had to go get his dentures resized or something. Where did he go tonight?
Denturia.
He was all like, I'm going to add all of the settings from my material tests. And then he just had explosive diarrhea and had to get his dentures resized.
I just don't.
I think he made it halfway through the materials. I think he has 14 left to test the next live stream.
He is loving those
14 he can do now. He can add them now.
But he's not at home, apparently.
Sam, the ultrasonic cleaner will be here on Saturday, July 8th, along with my 6-inch blast gates that I ordered for the CO2 lasers.
That's something I need to do for the freaking, before summer's over. I want to fix my exhaust for the Galvos. Need to quit being a bum.
I did. Wow, I'm really stroking out today. I did the Stikile earlier too.
Yeah, and then disappeared.
I got some stuff coming.
Yeah, dude, Miranda.
3D printers.
Miranda literally called me, so it interrupted. It booted me off of Slack, the Slack huddle, to answer her call. So I answered her, and then the second I swiped up on the phone, the office neighbors showed up, and they brought both of their dogs, which I've never done before. And my office door was open, so they ran in and ran all over the couches, and they were jumping on lasers and stuff. And I'm on the phone with Miranda, and the babies are screaming. It was just a whole thing. And then by the end of that, it was time to leave. So, what'd you get for the printers?
Lovely time. Yeah, so I bought some new stuff for the printers because, I said, they need a lot of TLC. I'm no longer dealing with this. Let me grab it real quick. With this cheapy, crappy PLA that has been sitting in a car for who knows how many years. And probably full of moisture. So I ordered 3 new spools of white PLA. And I got a, the heater box, the thing that keeps it from getting moisture.
Oh, yeah.
As well as a thing of calipers so I can actually measure stuff. And then I got 1 magnetic plate to replace those stupid acrylic things that I have. 2 of the machines have acrylic plates, and one has this textured, pad on top of it. I don't really know. I tried printing on it, and well... you guys have seen the result of that. It did not turn out well. No, Jack in the shop, I have not cleaned the build plate.
What?
Yeah, that's going to be step 1.
Acetone bath.
Like I said, I am
acetone bath.
I am
it's
getting
so
a magnetic
easy.
plate. I am getting a magnetic plate because those acrylic plates are bad anyways because I can't even use my entire
typical
print.
Gen Z. Instead of putting in some elbow grease, they just want to buy a new bed.
Cubing is
But-
asking us to add the Laser Star source to the fiber.
It's a work in progress.
Can you shoot that
I'm working
to
on it.
Amanda? Yeah, that'd be good.
I'm already working on
Amanda?
grabbing models for it.
Yeah, dude, clean the build plate.
Like I said, so the glass build plate, because someone gets mad when I say acrylic.
Because it's not acrylic. You can't put acrylic in an acetone bath because you'll melt it. You can put glass in an acetone bath, and it will literally melt all of the 3D printing plastic off in like
Anyways.
30 minutes, and it'll be done.
Anyway,
My
Also,
God.
the acrylic will deform on the heat plate.
When are you guys getting married?
Yeah, really. No, so the glass panels that I have are only 8 inches by 6 inches, when my bed size is 10 inches by 10 by 6, I think. And with the glass, I have to use clamps to hold it down, so that loses another inch or two because I don't want the print head colliding with those clamps. I've already done that, and one of the fans are broken. So I think that's on that bottom one right there, the cooling fan for the actual print. So it has 4 fans, one for each of the 2 heads, the actual unit cooling, and then the plate cooler, which just like cools the 3D print as it's printing. That broke off. And so I have to either use super glue or print off a new one.
Super glue, baby.
Well,
probably
this is my
gonna end up
favorite print
supergluing
that
it.
I've done on mine.
Yeah, that looks
Wow.
sharp, dude.
And I made it this small, and it came out this good. And that was before I understood what trees are. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know if you know what those are. Yeah. But, like, I didn't understand that I needed them. And so mine was just moving so fast that it actually just printed it fine, except for this part right here, because there's nothing here. So I literally, like, as I was printing it, I think it was Patrick I was talking to, or Gio, either one of those two guys. I was sitting there with them, and I was like, wait a minute, so this is going to fall off when it gets to this point? And they were like, yeah. So I literally grabbed, like, this, like I had like a tin, and I was like, I'm just going to catch it when it gets to there. And I was watching, so I knew that it was like 4 levels away, and I was like, and I stuck it out, and literally it caught it and connected it, and it finished, and I was just like, yeah, because otherwise this is like Ares, the god of war.
That's awesome.
This
Yeah.
is a piece to a D&D like play set. Like you can connect them all together, and you can
I'm
build your
listening.
own D&D map. Yeah, it comes with a few different pieces. It's pretty cool. They connect all together. Anyways, so if you can see, that archway is like really stupid thin. And what I literally did was, when I saw it getting to this point, I don't know if you can really see the detail to it.
Oh yeah, little bricks.
That's pretty cool.
It's like right up here. You can see that it kind of skipped a line. I don't know how well you can see it.
Well,
We
let
cannot.
me make it big here.
But
One
I
second.
believe you.
Yeah, so it kind of skipped a line up here, and that's where I had to come in, and I actually stuck a knife out right under this bridge and just supported it as it printed off the rest of it. And it probably got like 5 or 6 layers in, and then I finally released it, and it was good to go. And then just a couple trimming later, and I was able to get it looking fairly clean for printing this for the first time. The biggest problem that I have right now, though, is the lippage pulling up like this. And that's because
Your
I'm thinking it's
print
because
bed
of-
is dirty.
That's exactly
Soak
what
it
it is.
in acetone.
That's
Oh
exactly
my
what it
God.
is.
No, I
You
think it's because the
asshole.
print bed was too cold because it was only at
Bullshit.
40 degrees Celsius.
Because it has a
So-
pile of shit on top of it.
Laura's here.
You know
No. Hi, Laura.
Laura!
Mike C says, Matt, let's see what happens when you put the 3D printed part under the laser.
That'd be pretty cool.
This
We-
guy? No, this is
We
my
know
favorite.
what happens when you do. They're UV laserable, the PLA. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like putting acrylic under it, which I have these guys I can show you.
These
Kyle and I have
guys.
been practicing.
We maybe an episode on that, a quick one. How to engrave PLA with a UV laser or mark. I'm assuming it's more of a mark, not
So-
really engraving it.
If you don't believe that we test, like, because I know some people are like, oh, the parameter libraries, when is that happening? And when is that going to get an update? But we try, since Kyle and I have the same machine, we've been trying. And when I tell you that we test things a lot, like, here's one chunk of plastic that I've got. Test.
I wonder if he's doing tests on it.
Imagine.
Yeah, so it's like, and then it's like, okay, well, that's something that has like a little bit of a shine to it. Let's get something that's a little more matted. And so we've got test. And then what's really cool is we have, this is what blows me away about the UV. And the reason that we're talking about this is because we were kind of talking about PLA right? Plastics. Anytime you're working with plastics and stuff, this one's really cool. The same settings that made white acrylic turn like a dark gray / black almost, made red turn gold.
Yeah.
It's like freaking wild. Oh, this was cool. It made brown turn like this really pretty gold too, like a silvery gold. I don't know. Just saying. So the neat thing is, depending on the PLA and the color and the rate at which it absorbs stuff is going to change a little bit, but that's where you can mess with it. I'm assuming, and there might be people who know more than me for sure out there who have played with it more, but I'm assuming that color is going to be kind of like when you're working with tumblers on a fiber, the color may change how it adapts to what it does, like the mark color that it makes and all that. So you might have to kind of have some variables in your settings for that.
I'll poke around with the Mingda, but I think my contribution to the 3D print channel is going to be an SLA printer. I'm going to go for like resin printing. That really interests me. And it's lasers. You can make some
really cool stuff, like D&D stuff.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. It's like mini figurines.
Most SLA printers are actually just a big screen that's not polarized.
A little joke that I plan on putting in to the series that I'm making is that my friend specifically asked me to make a bunch of D&D parts. This one's my favorite. So like it goes up against your normal platforms and everything, and it's a hidden wall. It's like a little, if somebody passes a perception check, it'll just open up. Anyways, but he said that I can only print D&D parts with it. So I'm going to be like introducing the D&D lamp and just print off a full-on lamp and just call it D&D.
It should be a beholder. The eye lights up. What are you saying about polarized, Kyle?
So a lot of SLA printers are just unpolarized, like screens.
What do you mean screens?
Monitor screens, like small, high DPI screens.
I thought they were lasers.
I mean, I'm sure some are.
Yeah, it's like a UV laser, and it like
I know which one you're talking
shoots the resin, and that's what makes it cure.
I'm sure some are, but the vast majority of consumer level ones are not.
Well, that's why I'm getting the one from Form Labs.
Chronos contacted him, and they're like, "Hey, we have a 3D printer. You might be interested in." He's like, "Did they? Though?
I paid for that camera out of pocket.
I know you did."
Jack says SLA is messy, so is my life. So that will work out.
Good news is he has the exhaust out of all of us. He has the exhaust to do that best.
That's right. Sure. I sure do.
Because that stuff is stanky. Ooh, Laura is getting a new fan. Let's see. Did it come in yet? What'd you say? I wound up ordering a house. You bought a house on Amazon? That's awesome.
That's what I was thinking.
Nah, that's impressive.
Laura does not mess around. Coming tomorrow. There you go. Okay. She's just like, yeah, Amazon was having a special 2 days to just bring you a house.
You can get like kits. You can house building kits on Amazon.
I bet you could.
Yeah,
Laura would totally be the type.
They just drop it off like flat packed on an 18-wheeler.
She is the type of person I could see her just strapping on like a tool belt and being like, "Let's go."
Yeah,
like just doing it.
John saying some of the metal 3D printers use lasers. Those are sick. Those are like that's like $100,000. I don't have any money for that.
Big bucks.
They ain't gonna send me that for free to review.
That attitude.
Yeah.
Just drink one of your raspberry lemon ices. Have one of these to boot, and just be like, "Hey!" And they're gonna love you, and they're gonna send you one, and it's gonna be dope.
I'll just be like, "You are gonna send me one of those, and I'm gonna tell you why."
I don't like the 50 Shades of Grey voice you just did.
You don't, but they might.
My
camera just fell.
I'm going to be the bearer of bad news. The one that you were looking at also uses a screen.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to use a laser. It's still dope, camera. Dude. Have you seen that thing? It's so clean looking. Just want to touch
your voice was so bad that it broke my camera.
50 Shades of PLA. There you go. That's literally an episode right there for you.
I need to put super glue on the stand that I bought for this thing because it's cheap Amazon crap. You know how it is.
Hey, you calm down. Laura just bought a house off Amazon, so calm it down.
And I just bought a bunch of PLA off Amazon. I bought a brand new desk off Amazon.
Laura did correct herself and said a hose.
Oh, okay. All right. I did. Yeah, don't I wish it? Okay.
That's a lot more reasonable than a house.
But again, of all the people, I would absolutely 100% believe her, and then I'd just be looking forward to seeing what came out.
That's a YouTube channel, boy. You could build a whole channel just off of that. I ordered a house on Amazon. Yeah,
that sounds like a Mr. Beast thing.
It really does. No, it more sounds like a YouTube Shorts thing that somebody would say.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Look at
John
I built a house that I bought off Amazon.
When
What
Sears was Sears and
happened will
Roblox.
shock you.
Anyone know where to buy a ton of test materials for CO2? Thrift stores?
Ukuch.
If you want to test 1 billion woods, go to Ukuch and go to Project Ready Wood, and on the right-hand side, you'll see samples. Go to samples, and you will see it's pretty reasonable. You end up with like a couple dozen different types of wood swatches that you can test on.
Yeah, get the box of domestic seconds too. It's just bad cuts, huge pieces of wood, massive pieces of wood. It's like $25. It's such a good deal. And if you want to do leather, check out the leatherguy.org. He sells big boxes of scraps, fresh cut, dude. Smells like brand new. Just bad cuts or scraps or leftover pieces that aren't big enough. And he will literally just sell you like a box of them. For glass, I went to
Dollar Tree's
store.
Really good.
That's like thin baby glass. I'm talking about
No, like they've
glass.
got the pint. Yeah, they've got the thick pint glasses.
No,
there
yeah,
too,
it's
though.
it's good. It's good for like round glass. But if you're trying to do like flat glass,
Oh, yeah. No, that stuff will shatter from there. Don't buy that.
I'm looking through my supplier list.
Oh, also to be clear, that leather, while it's fresh cut, it's not going to smell very fresh after you engrave it for a little bit.
Another place too, if you want to just go there, is Tandy Leather. I know is all over the place. You can buy a whole shoulder of leather for like, I think I literally just bought one. It was a double shoulder, and that literally means like the shoulders of the cow, right? I bought it for $38.95 or so. It was on sale. It was like $40 for. And like, what's really cool is you can cut it. Do we have any videos on doing leather?
Old ones.
We have the video of Alex doing leather on the fiber.
On the fiber.
Oh man, I on the UV and on the CO2, I know I can do some stuff on that. That'd be easy. Like how to make patches really nice. So that's a good one. But the reason I was saying there is if you go there too, a lot of times there's people who will go there, like crafters, who will say, "Hey, can you cut it down for me?" And they have some scraps too, just so you can mess around on.
Yeah, the store I was thinking of was Store Supply Warehouse, and basically what they sell are like display cabinets and display shelving and stuff for like retail stores, but you can just get the glass shelf piece, and they come in like 10 packs, and they're like $15, and it's like thick ass big flat pieces of glass.
Anybody right now who lives next to a Bed Bath and Beyond, they're all closing, right? Like that's news that everybody knows about. Go there, and I went there today, and they have like at this point the one that's closest to me that we go to the most frequently. Everything's gone basically, and the only thing that's left is the stuff for shelving. So if you're someone who's looking for shelving for your warehouse, or you're looking for, because they have like industrial shelving in the back, and they also have shelving in the front. So like if you're a storefront owner and you actually have a brick and mortar, they've got that. Like Alex was saying, they have pieces of glass when they have like the cases. You could literally just buy a display case glass, and they literally will sell you anything and everything. Don't miss out. And then on top of that, anything that's left over, they had like all kinds of really crappy little tiny cutting boards that were the size of like your hand, that were like little cutesy gift crap. But that's the kind of stuff for like $1.50. You could turn around and sell that engraved for $10 and make some easy money, or just have a really cool piece for practicing on your laser.
Also, I'm just re-showcasing the suppliers section of the links section of the website. We have this. It's here. There's a lot of great stores and things that you can get stuff from. And if you guys, I see you in chat suggesting things, if you guys use the feedback form on the website that exists now somewhere, I don't see it in here, but it's, there it is, resources, feedback form. If you use this feedback form, you can submit links, and we'll add them to this list as well. But there's a lot of stuff here to get you started. Here's the displays, cases, and counters link, which takes you to the Store Supply Warehouse. They have a lot of cool stuff, not just the glass. And then we have coins, knives, McMaster car, obviously, gotta have on there, Ukuch, JP Plus, the Leather Guy, just all kinds of stuff for suppliers in here. So check that out if you're looking for sources on stuff, and definitely submit links if you want to see something added to this list that you don't already see.
Cerulean Tides, we've talked about a couple times. And the only reason I know about this is I followed them on their Instagram, actually. And I'll share it with you real quick. So, and I also signed up for their emails. Dude, sign up for people's emails. Like, get a work email, make one that's just like you at gmail.com or whatever, like your laser company at gmail.com, so you can have one of those places to dump stuff, because you find so many great deals. Right now, they've got holidays in July, and they're literally, so what they're doing is selling all kinds of stuff, thinking about the upcoming months, because summer is usually a dead time. Like everybody's off and gone. Nobody's really buying a ton of stuff. But this is an acrylic place And right now their scraps are 25% off. So you basically get like all these different kinds of colors, and these are really cool. They're fluorescent. Everything is like, you can kind of see the cut sizes, but everything is 25% off. And I saw that you can get this huge pack of Halloween variety pack. So if you're somebody who knows and you already cut acrylic, they're having a sale on that, $60 off. So just some really cool stuff. So definitely take a look at Cerulean Tides, and you can, like, they have a scrap. Oh, where is it? I'll find it if I can. But basically, it's like a 4x4 piece, I think it is, or 3x3 piece of their ones that maybe have like blemishes and stuff on it. And you can get a piece of it. And what's really nice is if you're somebody who does stuff with acrylic a lot, when I try to tell someone fluorescent red hot pink, I know what that looks like because I've made stuff with it before. But if you've never seen it, you don't know what the hell that looks like. So this is where you can buy some stuff that you might want to frequently have in your shop, just already done, so you can show people like a little showcase piece, and then you can test on the back of it. And that's why if you ever see it, get a chance to buy like one of these rings, this just makes it so easy for people to point at and go, that one. And it just shows them, you know, like you can make more money having it in your hands. So just a thought. I know it's kind of random, but they've got really cool stuff. They've got mirrored acrylic, chunky glitter mix. This is really cool. They actually do pre-dyed ply sheets now, which is, I mean, look at that. It's pretty wild. Anyways, all kinds of stuff. You can go there. It's a little more expensive, but it's like ready to make. You know, like it comes in the door and it's ready to go back out the door, made to make you some money. Crystal from Riley Black Project has her keychain thingies there.
Oh, that's
so
sick.
She sells with them. Yep. So she's actually, that's where Crystal lives, right down there.
Oh, wow.
So she works with, actually, remember on the podcast, she said she used to work with her.
Oh, yeah, right. Yep,
so basically, so it's pretty cool. Good small business to support in the maker community for sure.
We're just about done, fellas.
Killed it.
Yeah, we killed it. Crushing it. We found stuff to talk about. I actually found more things to talk about while we were talking, and it's going to have to wait until next week because we're out of time.
Next time.
Next time. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and doing the show. I appreciate you. Everybody in chat, thanks for being here live. Say a prayer for Boyce and his explosive diarrhea. Certainly getting it all over the house and the walls, and probably Diana, who's recovering from a large medical event, and now she's just covered in diarrhea, and it's a situation. So just say a prayer for Boyce, please. And I don't know, we'll be back here Tuesday next week. So again, yesterday was 4th of July and Felix's birthday, which is why we weren't live yesterday. Next week we'll be back to our normal Tuesday slot, so we'll see you guys for that on Tuesday. Go watch the slow motion episode. It's really cool. You can see the individual pulses of a fiber laser. That's mind-meltingly cool.
You also get to listen to us question what the frame size is going to be.
No, that's all cut out, dude. Did you watch
my one? It's just lo-fi.
Did you see my edit?
I haven't seen the edit yet. No,
oh, dude, go watch the edit.
I've been too busy editing.
No, the edit's dope. Go watch that. Yeah, Boyce is sick of me, probably.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, no, Boyce is fine. Just violent diarrhea. What else? Come on, guys. We're doing other stuff. Go be an early subscriber to the 3D Print Everything channel. We're not going to have content there for a while, but when we do, you can get notified about it. You guys are the hardcore viewer kind of group, so you can go check that out. It's youtube.com/3DP Everything. So you can go subscribe to that early if you want to. Michael's little experiment will probably be the first thing up over there. We've got a ton of stuff coming out really soon. Matt's Plastic Payday episode. He's very excited for. Kyle has finished like 3 episodes that are in the queue waiting to be published. And at least 2 of them contain really, really, really useful information. Like,
one
of them is like one of them's like, oh, that's fun, but then the other 2 are like, I don't know how I lived more than 30 seconds without this in my life. He's got some good stuff coming up too.
I have 2 more videos on top of that Plastic Payday too. God,
you do.
I have H&H Creations Tampa, which is a super cool place to visit. I got to go and see their setup, and then because we've talked about them a few times, and I reached out to them, and they were super nice and generous with their time. And then also the Ascend unboxing, the Rotoboss Ascend unboxing, which, by the way, I used that today, and I'm telling you, like the third, like It's so freaking easy to slip slide that thing around and adjust versus my old, because I had the Rotoboss from like 2019.
Mhm.
And you think, I don't really need the new stuff. It's fine. It's the same thing. It just saves you so much time and it's so stressless. So it's definitely, I'm glad I got it.
Also completed on editing, just waiting to be published, is the first episode of your guys' Fiber Laser to Go series, where you go over everything you need to know to go to live events, and Matt is basically going to do it in real time and kind of give his feedback and talk about the lessons he's learned and all that kind of stuff.
104 degrees outside, so that's what I'm doing for you guys.
Gross.
For you guys.
That's painful.
Oh, it's gonna suck.
Yeah, so that for the first episode of that mini series will be out soon. We'll make sure that gets its own little playlist. And I think that's it.
So we got Light Objects, another episode of that coming out soon.
Oh yeah, nice. And a new episode of Lasered should be entering
Nice.
editing.
It should be ready by next week. Should.
So I told Michael that Lasered episode 3 was done, so he edited episode 4, and then episode 3 was not done when we checked it. Episode 4 is done, but before we publish 4, we have to publish 3, and episode 3 now needs to go into editing and is in the queue. So that'll be coming too. So if you like Lasered, you can look forward to that as well. I think that's it, guys. We're way over time.
What's going on? Yeah.
I gotta go. We've got a lot of stuff coming out tonight. Not tonight. Woo. We have a lot of stuff coming out in the near future, though. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate and love each and every single one of you. So thank you so much. And we will see you in the next one. Have a good night.